information that we are picking up as far as the details of the charge sheet against actor Darshan and accused Pavitra is concerned in the murder case of Renukaswamy, as the charge sheet that talks about how on the instructions of Darshan, Renukaswamy was brought from Chitradurg, and the charge sheet that has also been detailing his role in the brutal and when this assault was carried out, and also the attempt to dispose of the body and to cover up the crime as far as the role and the involvement of actor Darshan is concerned. Deepak is with us right now. Deepak, the main highlights that are now concerned as far as this extensive charge sheet that has been filed.
Well, the cops, of course, had their task cut out because of the high-profile nature of this particular case. Darshan being, of course, a popular celebrity, even Pavitra Gowda involved in this case didn't make it very easy. The matter, of course, was taken up quite seriously. The commissioner himself leading the investigation. Right now, the details that we've got hold from the charge sheet, of course, speak in detail of how the cops have tried to build a very strong case. Starting from, mapping the movement of Darshan to the place of the crime from a popular pub in Rajarajeshwari Nagar in Bengaluru, where his residence also is, to heading, picking up Pavitra Gowda, going to that shed in Patanagere where the assault was carried out. From there, going back to a pub, going back to his house to change his clothes, and then next day morning going to his wife Vijayalakshmi's house where he left behind his footwear used in the crime. All of it has been mapped. So, they've got CCTV footages on, multiple movements, including from Bengaluru to Mysuru a day after the crime, where he goes to a private hotel after that. He even, goes on a shoot location. All the network tower movements, wherever he's made telephone calls, of course, there is a signal that is registered on a particular network tower, which, of course, establishes his location during the time when the crime was committed and, where he is moved later. There is also aspects of, chats on WhatsApp, also calls that were made on WhatsApp, which they have registered. Bloodstains on his clothes, on the shoes. They've matched the DNA of the bloodstain that was found there. And also with that of Renukaswamy, some of that, of course, coming positive as well. Not good news for Darshan. Apart from that, they've also, of course, gathered a lot of CCTV footages. There are about 27 witnesses who've given their confession before the magistrate, which means that, of course, they cannot backtrack, because in such a high-profile case, the possibility of influencing witnesses, them going back on their statement is very high. There are policemen as well who've become witnesses in the particular case. So quite an extensive charge sheet. Some of the details, of course, right now exclusively with us. And we'll be, of course, putting out more details, which, of course, the public should be aware of. And more importantly, an important aspect, because the apprehensions in the minds of the people is whether the police have done a good job, because there is a popular personality who has, influence and, the support from certain top politicians as well. So the questions about the police doing their job comes up. But here it looks like, the evidence that the police have managed to gather is quite solid and extensive.
Right, and also talking about how attempts were possibly made when it comes to the destruction of evidence, DNA of bloodstains that have confirmed the crime, an attempt to also manipulate case with money, all of them that has been included in this charge sheet, Deepak.
Absolutely, Amita, and that becomes very, very important, isn't it? Because, when you have a crime like this of such a heinous nature and you have a high-profile personality involved, how do you really tie him to the crime? There, of course, aspects of investigation come into the picture, and especially with the new, criminal law that, the police can use, that is the BNS, technical evidence, of course, will be relied on much more, and it will be given more importance, especially when the trial happens.
So police, they're trying to make a strong case against Darshan as far as this high-profile case is concerned. Thank you very much, Deepa, for getting us those exclusive details. In the meantime,